It's 9:44 p.m. That means it's time for Turbocast live from Hartlepool. This is episode 5. My name is Simon and I'm joined as ever by Dr. Brownale. Good evening, Doctor.
Hello, Simon.
How are you?
Spectacular, thank you.
Fantastic. We've got an absolutely packed show for you tonight, so we're going to keep the pace quite high. We've got a lot to get through. We've got digestion news, a lot of news on that front from me and I think from the Doctor. We've then got a Turbocast feature presentation theatre School of the Future. A new item, which we're all very excited about, which is Dr. Brownale's Backdoor Recital. The ever-popular Days Today from years ago. Then we're going to get into the Turbo Sack, and finally Dr. Brownale is going to play us out with an original composition. As ever, we welcome all questions, comments and feedback to turbocast@live.co.uk. Dr. Brownale's music can also be enjoyed at youtube.com/comments and feedback to turbocast@live.co.uk. Dr. Brownale's music can also be enjoyed at youtube.com/goreedy. And I would like to note that not a single one of you bastards has left us a review on iTunes. And the offer I made on the last show is still open. There is an item of free Turbocast merchandise. I'm not sure what it is. It'll be something. For the first person to leave us a review on iTunes. I will pay for it out of my own pocket, and I will abuse my company's free shipping system to send it to you anywhere in the world. I can't do more than that. So, lot to get through. Let's go straight into digestion news. Anything from you, Doctor, or do you want me to start?
Well, I haven't got a great deal. It's quite strange after what we've spoken about recently. I did actually shit myself.
Excellent.
After the last transmission.
To take us through it from the very start.
I don't actually remember what I was eating. Nothing too silly. But I do remember prior to it, I did a very, very loud and long fart.
Where were you when you blew this off?
God,
in the queue at Tesco's?
No, I think I was at my mum's
All right.
house.
Did you excuse yourself and go in the garden to do it?
What, to shit myself?
To do the introductory fart?
No. I think I was in the dining room.
Right.
And I let rip, and it was a beauty. I think I went to follow that up, but instead I followed through.
Oh, really? And where exactly were you when you still stood in your mother's dining room?
I believe I was in the dining room, yeah. I wasn't sure as to the extent of the misdemeanour at the time.
There was a temperature change down there that...
Well, I mean, you know when you go to fart and,
it's the old
there's
story.
no noise, other than maybe it's a trickling. And obviously, as soon as I'd done it, I just thought, is it official? Obviously. I knew it obviously wasn't a catastrophic release, but it was enough. So I made my excuses, and I don't live very far away, so I went straight home to sort myself out. And I obviously had.
Did you drive home?
Yes, I did.
So
yeah.
you were gingerly lowering yourself onto the car seat.
Yeah, I waddled to the car. The old John Wayne style.
Yeah.
Got home. I obviously had an upset tummy. I'd copious diarrhea followed. And that was it. Fresh pair of underpants and
Other ones in the bin.
Yeah. Away we go. So, that's what I've got.
What quantity of matter are we talking about? Delivered into the gusset?
I don't know. Maybe it's a dessert spoonful.
Well, that's enough.
Yeah.
And what had you been eating to fuel it?
Like I say, I can't. There was nothing. I didn't eat anything silly or anything that would precipitate that. I think it was just I had a tummy bug. I pushed too hard and I paid the price.
Well, lesson for us all there, I feel.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got two items of news, really. I was in New York last week, and one of the things that I did want to do in New York was go to Patsy's Pizza Restaurant, which is popularly held to be the best pizza restaurant in New York. And I can confirm it's pretty good. It's on East 60th and 3rd Street in Midtown. So if you're in New York, I do recommend you go there and try it. But
Is it better than Siciliano's in Hartlepool, York Road?
well, we will get to that because we have a digestion news update. In fact, I'll put it in now. If you listen to the last episode, there was some debate as to whether Dr. Brownale and friend had been fed an adulterated Inferno pizza from Siciliano's due to some altercation over the order. So, in the interest of, I think, of fair play and scientific research, we did actually order another 2 of these pizzas from the same establishment tonight. We've just eaten them. And I couldn't really eat very much of mine because it was so horrible. So I can't tell whether that's adulterated or not. But it's very, very unpleasant tasting, very, very spicy. But it's... I think the consensus is I haven't eaten enough to make myself ill.
Yeah, I honestly, I think I did better with mine than I did last time. And
Really?
I mean, last time I had one, I was very, very drunk. Well, I wasn't actually. I was quite drunk. But I sort of got torn into it, and it was when I was about maybe a third of the way through that my mouth, the main side, started to burn. I thought, oh no, what have I done? Whereas with the pizza tonight, it was, it was very hot.
Yeah, I would concur. But it was unpleasant as well as hot. It wasn't just hot.
I thought apart from the fact that the base was only vaguely cooked, and the pepperoni was covered in cheese, so that hadn't cooked or crisped up. I think the pepperoni should be on top,
Crispy.
yeah,
Yeah.
crisped.
Yeah, who does it hurt to do it properly?
Yeah, so it wasn't a great pizza. I don't think it was horrible, but it was hot and the base wasn't cooked. But I don't know whether I need to discuss this with Graham Bell.
Long-time friend of the cast.
Yeah, I don't. But it had the horrible red sauce, thick layer of the special sauce. It just didn't seem as hot. But I don't think I'll be having any more of those.
All right. Did you feel unwell at all now?
Not really unwell. I have a slight sensation inside. It's not a bad one at the moment, but we'll probably talk about it on TC6.
Right. So keep detailed notes. To go from the...
Can I just say, sorry, I just need to... If you're going to get a pizza, don't get it delivered, go and collect it, because if you get it delivered, they don't cook them.
That is the joy of the pizza, though. You don't have to do anything. If I'm going to drive somewhere, I might as well just cook something.
Anyway, right. Just thought I'd throw that
I think that's probably a debate for another day.
Yeah.
Anyway, from the ridiculous to the sublime, we'll continue with the Patsy's pizza story. So, because of the way the flights worked, I was actually arriving at Patsy's just at the start of the dinner service, and this was relevant because there was no other customers in the restaurant. And there's 2 sizes of pizza in Patsy's. There's a regular and a large. So I said to our waitress, who's a lovely woman, probably an unemployed off-Broadway actress, how big is the large? Am I going to be able to eat it by myself? And she thinks for a minute, she goes, well, I've seen it done, but, kind of by a bigger guy. So I said, I think you better bring me the large.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm eating for Queen and Country. There's honour, there's pride, there's self-respect at stake. So we do our order, and I had the large with sausage, onion, and mushrooms.
I thought you were going to say vegetarian special.
No, sausage, onion, and mushrooms. So I'd been led to believe that this is a particularly good combination to have at Patsy's. because they have fresh mushrooms, fresh red onions, and very good Italian sausage. So anyway, after about the pizzas are made to order and in a coal-fired oven, and this is key, and apparently it's superior to cooking a pizza over wood. So after about 15 minutes, the unemployed actress reappears carrying what appears to be a bin lid. And I'm not kidding, it's the size of a bin lid on a metal dish. So this thing is absolutely enormous, but the only saving grace is it's very, very thin.
Yeah.
So she puts it on the table. Here you go. So you got to bear in mind, I've just come off a 7-hour flight.
Yeah, get the excuses in.
Yeah, but I did a very, very good off it. I didn't quite finish it, and it was absolutely delicious, and I can give Patsy's Pizza my highest possible recommendation. So there was one full piece and a crust left. But I was full to the point of medical emergency.
I was going to say, you know, if you could get that close, you know, that must have been...
Because you can always, like, stick a little bit more of anything in.
Just one piece, yeah.
So I was very tired because we'd flown from London that morning, and I just couldn't sleep at all. I was just so bloated. It's like I had a bowling ball sewn into my innards. So it took me a couple of days to bounce back from that. And then I had my next experience, which was in Macy's department store. And there's a very famous bar and grill in the cellar.
Isn't that where you bought your underpants?
No, and that was another department store's name that escapes me.
Oh, I thought you said
Could have been a Macy's.
I'm sure you said it was at Macy's. Was that Turbocast 1? Oh,
yeah,
no,
it was Turbocast 2.
Right.
Yeah, Dr. Brownale's referring to the "What's the oldest underpants you own" piece in Turbocast 2. Yeah, no, it was a Sears.
Sears, yeah, sorry, yeah, you're right, yeah.
Yeah, I bought my very old underpants, which I'm in fact wearing today, in Sears in Los Angeles.
I was going to offer to take a photograph of them, you know, in situ, and I thought, no, it's a bad idea.
Nah.
If Matthew wanders in.
So, one of the items on the menu in Macy's bar and grill is New York's longest hot dog. So, anything with a EST on a menu, biggest, longest, fattest, hottest, I think a Turbocaster is naturally drawn to those items.
It's a dangerous thing to do in the States, I'd imagine, because, you know, normal is ridiculously big over there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, I am partial to a hot dog. So I ordered this thing, and then I would estimate it to be about 40 centimetres long and a very, very thick and meaty hot dog. Served traditionally in a bread roll, but covered with American cheese and chili.
No mustard?
Oh, I'm sure I could have got mustard if I'd wanted it, but I already had it figuratively and literally enough on my plate, and some French fries. So, I mean, this thing is absolutely delicious, and I ate it and I was uncomfortably full, but the indigestion later was just absolutely epic. Just like claws rending and writhing for about 6 hours afterwards. But that wasn't the worst part of it.
Oh my God. You've outdone yourself here.
The next day, I went in the hotel bathroom, and all I'll say is that morning there were 2 ground zeros in New York, and the second was no less tragic. Absolutely just cleaned me out. And then as the final coda to the whole episode, I sort of emitted chili smell from my skin. You know, it wasn't farting or anything. It was just coming out of
oozing out.
Yeah. By osmosis from my pores for 2 days afterwards.
So your lass must have been really enjoying all this. You sort of curled up in a ball, moaning and stinking for most of the holiday. That must have been absolutely wonderful.
Well, you know, she knew what she was getting when she married me.
That's a fair comment. That's fair. Yeah, I'm just really glad I shat myself recently just so I, you know, if I hadn't brought anything to the table today, I'd have been, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got to say I usually finish second in digestion news, but
yeah, you've topped my little accident, I think. Very well done.
Thank you very much. So we've got a new feature for you now, which is Dr. Brownale's backdoor recital, and it's going to be a free-form improvisation, very much in the spirit of the greats, Miles Davis, etc. Music that really comes from the soul. And Dr. Brownale is going to attempt to improvise some fart music for us, using only the rectum that nature provided him. So, I mean, how are you feeling? Is there anything there at all? Let's start with that.
Yeah,
Have you got anything?
Yeah, I've definitely got something. I can't say what it is at this point. It's going to be a suck it and see sort of thing. So I'll give it my best shot.
Okay, well,
I'm very close to a toilet, so
Right, well, I'm going to insert the probe and stand back. So let's have it, Doctor.
Right, here we go. Here's tonight's first effort. I hope you like it.
Well, all I can say is Jesus Christ.
Thank you very much.
I mean, that can't be topped, I think, but is there anything left?
I think there is. I think there's just a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
Right, I'm just going to go and get a mop and bucket and some smelling salts. And please think of safety, but do what you can.
Safety first, obviously.
Absolutely.
Right, here we go, folks. Here's number 2, quite possibly.
I mean, at first I was like, WTF, then I was like, OMG. I mean, you think you've seen everything the human body can do, but thank you very much for that.
It was a pleasure.
Absolutely brilliant. Now we've got another special treat for you. If you listen to Turbocast 4, and if you didn't listen, there's obviously something very wrong with you. We'll recall that in the diary feature, Dr. Brownale's Day-to-Day from years ago, we discussed one of his English composition efforts, which is a poem called School of the Future. And I think it was scored very highly in the English class.
I got a merit mark for it.
A merit mark?
Yes.
Can you just remind us what merit marks were?
They're divided up into 4 houses, I believe they were called, and throughout the year, you'd get merit marks for particularly good work or achievement, so what have you.
Yeah.
And at the end of the year, the house that had the most merit marks got some piece of crap.
But this is obviously complete bullshit because it's just so abstract that you have no real notion of how many merit marks the house has got throughout the year.
No, there was a totalizer and there was a running total, and you could see what you were getting, And,
really, I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, what were the houses? Revo, Fountains,
right?
All
named after North of England abbeys.
Yeah,
curious, but
and they had colours.
Yeah, I was the blue one.
Revo, I think that was no. Revo was red.
Right.
Fountains was blue,
Yeah.
I think, and then there was a green and a yellow that nobody liked. So the red and the blue were always the top kiddies. And then
what were you?
I think I was blue as well.
All right. Well, thanks for the merit mark.
But I think you could lose merit marks.
We've been a little twat.
I think when we dropped Roy Kelly on his head, I think we were threatened with a deduction of
All right.
merit marks.
If you're listening, Roy, we'd love to have you on the Turbocast to talk about local sports.
That would be great.
If you'd like to send us an email at turbocast@live.co.uk, we'd be, I think, honoured is the word. We'd be honoured to have you on the show.
In the end, I don't think we lost the merit marks. I think it was something to do with people had to go out in the rain, I think, at break time or something.
I think this is one of your dreams.
No,
now.
it was announced on the tannoy. They said because Simon Reed and somebody else has dropped Roy Kelly on his head, you all have to stay out in the rain.
No, you're confusing that with an episode of Tenko.
I think that there's truth there.
Even in fucking 1980, you can't make children go and stand outside in the rain.
It was something like that.
Right. Something notionally unpleasant.
Yeah, it was to do with making announcements. I don't know whether they threatened it,
Yeah.
just to put the shits up us, or it was something like that,
Interesting.
What were we talking about?
Well, merit marks.
Merit marks, yeah.
Sort of were a precursor to Xbox Live achievements, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose. I think there used to be little bits of paper. You'd get little, with a signature on it,
Really?
Yeah.
So,
my memory's shite. So
well, you're doing better than me on this front because I don't remember any of this.
I think it meant quite a lot to me,
So, the piece of work that received the merit mark was a poem entitled "School of the Future," and once again, we're incredibly fortunate in that a recording has survived down through the decades of a young Dr. Brownale performing I'd go beyond the word reading, and I'd say it's a dramatic interpretation of the poem "School of the Future." So we're very proud to present the Turbocast Feature Presentation Theatre "School of the Future."
Could there ever be a school like it? Floating through the infant blackness, a mass of metal brain and brawn. Clink, clink. Once, a drawing on some paper. Now, the future. School is born. Clonk, clonk. A school where work does not tire, but only tests your brain. Work, work. While in deep sleep on velvet beds, complete probe again. Zzz. If the answer to their question is not found in your brain, they will still then implant it. So good if you asked again. Zzz, zzz. Cutlery and trays for dinner. That was too much messing. Now it's just a simple pill and a smaller one for dressing, probably, if you will. Leisure and no problem when you weigh not a thing, jumping great heights in the air like human spring. Ba-doing! For the earth-sick people, a place that's called World 2. To live a some mile days, just the same as you. Nude is the way to dress. That's the way we all say. We all stay fresh and odorless through every single day. Everything runs smoothly. We don't regret a bit. Do you think that there could ever be a school like it?
Absolutely fantastic. I enjoyed that. So now it's time for Bullshit or Not, where we delve through some recent news stories and expose them to the searing light of truth. So I've got a very topical story for us today, and it's actually from a Craigslist advert in New York, and I'm going to read it out. The title is "Need an amputee to complete my Halloween costume." And the text of the advertisement reads, "So this might seem really strange and offensive to some, but hopefully someone will reply. I have always loved the scene in Empire Strikes Back where Chewbacca has to carry around a half-reconstructed C-3PO in a backpack because he hasn't attached his lower body yet. For Halloween, I would love to dress up like this. I am big enough and strong enough to pull off the Chewbacca look and to carry around a lot of weight for the night. So basically, I am looking for a double amputee, open brackets, someone missing both legs, preferably at the hip, close brackets, to accompany me as C-3POs for the evening. We should meet ahead of time so that we can work out the backpack harness system. There are a few parties I want to hit, and I think we will be the hit of any event we attend. Anyone up for this?"
That's fabulous.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, my initial reaction is, this has got to be bullshit. But if you think on for just a few seconds, for some Star Wars fans, there's nothing they won't do. Nothing's off limits. So I think this is true.
Well, my initial instinct would be that it's true. If it's not, it's a pretty cool piece anyway. I do like it. But yeah, I mean, I can't think of any really good reasons why it shouldn't be true.
Well, there is somewhat of a internet tradition of writing fake Craigslist adverts.
Yeah.
Do you remember the trains one?
Trains one.
Yeah, it was a personal advert by a 50-year-old man, and said he was looking for another man to come over and stomp around on a train set like Godzilla, at which point they'd jack each other off. And he also had £40 of frozen imitation crab meat, so you were welcome to take as much of that as you want.
Have we done that?
No.
I was going to say, I don't remember that one.
No, we haven't done that act, and we haven't done that advert. But it was a fake Craigslist advert that some website had run a competition to put fake adverts on Craigslist.
Right.
So the only possibility that this isn't true, and I think it's a small possibility, is that the whole thing is a hoax.
Couldn't you have a dwarf or a midget? Why does it have to be an amputee?
Well, if you think about C-3PO as the proportions of a normal person, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So if he's in your backpack, you want him like moving his arms and head.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, I give credit to the writer, because it would look fucking great.
Yeah. But I mean, for somebody who's, unfortunate enough to not have the legs, would it be, is it insulting or demeaning to ask them to do that? I don't know.
I have a fully functional pair of legs, and so I'm not best placed to judge. But
no, I was obviously thinking aloud, sharing my thoughts with the audience.
Were I a double amputee, I don't think I'd be offended.
No, I suppose the right sort of person, with a sense of fun, you get carried around to a load of parties, you get hammered, you're not going to fall over.
Are you getting a lift home?
Yeah. So, everybody wins. And like you say, you've got to be the star attraction.
Absolutely.
I'd love to know how it turned out, whether he did find somebody, if it were in fact true.
So, my feeling on this is not bullshit. I think it's true.
I'd like to think it's true, and I'd like to think that he got somebody and they all had a great time.
Yeah, because that really is the true spirit of Halloween.
Yeah.
Next story. Climber survives on centipedes. Unbelievably, an Oregon climber survived for 5 days crawling back to safety with nothing but centipedes to eat. Derek Mamayak, 27, was found by rescuers just below the 6,000-foot level on the west side of Washington's Mount Adams with a broken ankle on Friday afternoon. Having only expected to be out for a one-day climb, family members reported him missing when he failed to show up for work on Monday morning. Derek's accident occurred on the descent, which mountaineers will testify is the most likely time that an accident will occur. We get happy endings, but not at the end of a 5-day search, said rescuer Greg Varney. Bullshit.
So how long was he? How long was he there? How long was he?
5 days.
5 days. I mean, I suppose you've got to. I mean, I don't think. I mean, you could survive 5 days without eating anyway.
Easily. Well, not easily, but you can do it.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to have liquid. If he didn't have anything to drink at all.
Well, this was Oregon, where it pisses down all the time.
Yeah, I mean, if it's raining, you've got a problem. But you don't have to. You can go without eating for 5 days. You might get some cramps or something. But if you've got something to drink, you should be okay. I'd have thought it'd be the cold or some exposure or something that would be your main concern. It just seems silly.
What leads me to a bullshit diagnosis is if you're at that stage where you've decided you're going to eat invertebrates, you don't start with a centipede.
No, I mean, surely you've got to get. Worms. I mean, I think I'd quite like to eat worms.
Well, we may do that on a future Turbocast.
Yeah. Strange, I remember somebody eating worms on a pizza. Apparently they go really well on a pizza.
Really?
On a pizza topping, but... Yeah, I mean, centipedes. Oh, I mean, all legs, and they've got big nippers at the front. You know, that's...
I think earthworm pizza could be a good future edition of Cooking with the Turbocast.
I'd definitely go for that. I've always said, you know, I'd like to eat worms.
I think, you know, we've had meetings where we've both said it, really.
Bring on the worms.
You've been on the record as saying you'd eat worms.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, big maggoty type things with like full of custard and a big crispy black head. You know, it would certainly be longer than 5 days, I tell you, before that, you know, before the custard maggots, you know.
I mean, centipedes are a horrible little thing, isn't it? Is it centipedes that are carnivorous and millipedes that are vegetarians? Or have I got that the wrong way around?
Well, centipedes have got the great big nippers. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a quite well-known video on kicking them on the internet where a centipede eats a mouse.
Really?
Yeah, a giant centipede. They've got poisonous, you know, nippery things. No, they're nasty. But I mean, millipedes are horrible anyway. They give off like all sorts of like gases and, you know, poisonous chemicals. They're you know, you don't eat those. But now there's got to be better things to eat, surely.
Right, so I'm branding this one bullshit.
Yeah, that's you know, yeah, that's bullshit.
So the score is 1-1 as we go into the third story. It's quite a long one, this one, so I may précis it in the interest of time. So the headline is, Nokia phone still works after a week inside a fish. When it comes to losing your cell phone at sea, you expect it to be buried there. You don't expect it to turn up a week later inside a fish, and you most definitely don't expect it to be still working. However, British businessman Andrew Cheetle appears to be the owner of the most resilient Nokia 1600 in the world. I was messing about with my dog, and the phone must have fallen out and been swept out in the swell. I kept calling it, but I gave up hope after a couple of days. He went shopping for a new cell phone with his clearly understanding girlfriend. Suddenly, her phone rang, and a chap on the other end asked her to swallow the story of a £25 cod he had just caught. The cod had swallowed her boyfriend's Nokia. Right, so what do you think? I mean, bring your specialist angling knowledge to bear here, Doctor.
Well, what is? I mean, I'm not sort of. I don't know what the model is. Is it?
It's a 1600. I happen to have a 1650 in my pocket.
All right, yeah.
So
well, get it out for the lads.
That's a 1650.
Oh, it's quite a neat little thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a candy bar phone. I would say 10 centimeters long.
Yeah, but a girl's phone.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, I mean, to kick off, a cod of that size could easily swallow that phone.
Really?
Yeah, it's a big fish.
25 cod.
Oh yeah,
But is that as a cod of that size going to be close to the shore?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So yeah, as for that part of the story, I think we're on safe ground there.
Yeah, because there's two elements to this. First, you have to believe that a cod could swallow a Nokia whole, and then you've got to believe that the Nokia can stay functional first in the sea, and then in the guts of a cod.
Yeah, I think that's where it starts to come apart. I mean, I know from recent experience. All right, it wasn't a Nokia. I think it was a Samsung.
Yeah.
I had it in the pocket of a coat. It wasn't a waterproof coat, and it rained a little bit, and my phone was destroyed. Everything on it,
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very bad. But like I say, a bit of rain, just up against a sort of wet bit of material up against the phone, and that was it. Kaput.
Really, because I saw a thing on TV the other day, and Samsung have a research city in Korea, and they have 26,000 people who do nothing but research new products for them. You'd think they'd put one of these phones in a damp coat pocket at some point.
It might have just been bad luck or the wrong sort of rain, perhaps. but it did happen. I know there's certain... I mean, I did absolutely everything as well, obviously, Scout Googled everything, you can do this, that, the other. I think the main thing you have to do is if you ever get any device like that wet, you've got to get the battery out. So there you go, people,
It's a top Turbocast tip.
Yeah.
Get that friggin' battery out.
Get the battery out. That's what fucks the job.
Because the chemicals in the battery are soluble in water and they'll leak out and ruin the phone.
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's the fact that all the shorts, it's shorting out, and the battery's still pumping, the juice round.
Into all the shorts.
Get the battery out, and then get it in the airing cupboard.
So we're in the realm of supposition here, but I would say from my experience with the 1650, if you sneeze on it, the battery falls out. So perhaps when the cod ingested it, it knocked the battery out, and that's what saved it.
Possibly. I do also know, it's just come back to me, that a colleague of mine, Neil Nixon, it wasn't a Nokia, it was a Sony Ericsson. I think it was a K750i.
Yeah.
He left that out all night in the rain, I think,
Yeah.
and it was fine. And it's been run over by a truck. And it's about 5-year-old. I mean, I had one, a great phone. So I think phones, can take, shit. I'm just trying to think about the innards of a cod. I mean, I've seen...
It has like a big bony thing on the roof of its mouth, doesn't it?
I don't know. I think they might have, but I mean, I've seen the insides of trout. I've ripped their guts out, so I've seen them. I mean, I don't know whether. Obviously, it's not going to digest.
No,
nothing. It's not going to,
certainly not
digest
in a week.
it. No. So I would imagine if it's like wedged in some sort of, some sort of intestine, sort of,
Yeah.
It might actually be sealed.
Oh, right, because it's stretching round it like
Yeah,
cling
in
film.
like, I mean, it's like a sausage sort, like a sausage maker. It was pushed into a thing. It might actually not be exposed to that much fluid.
Right.
That's what I was thinking.
So I think we're leaning toward not bullshit on this.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to think it was possible.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. I'm climbing up onto the fence on this one, I think.
Right, I think we're going to go for a split decision on this one. I think with the information, we think it's plausible.
Yeah, it's not beyond the realms of possibility, I think.
Yeah.
It does seem an unlikely set of circumstances, but I really don't know.
Right, so I think we have one bullshit, one not bullshit, and one on the fence. So now it's time for everybody's favourite segment, Dr. Brownale's Day-to-Day from years ago. Doctor, do you have the diary?
Yes, Simon, I do have the diary. And I do have to say, earlier today, I was very tempted to look at the entry for today. I had it in my hand. I didn't do it.
Right.
But I was really, really tempted.
But I think we salute your willpower. So please open the diary. Transport us back to October 24th, 1977.
Is it 24th today?
24th by my watch.
All right. Okay.
Do you want to check on the...
I don't know, that might be wrong.
Because I would hate for us to read the wrong day out.
Yeah, it is the 24th.
It's the 24th.
I thought it was the 23rd or the 22nd, but, what the hell do I know? Right, I'll have to... There's things inside it that tip out sometimes, so I have to make sure I've got it level.
There is often ephemera in the diary. So
right, here we go. I've got a big grin on my face here. I really, really look forward to this.
Here we go. October 24th. Let's have it.
Right, here we go. October 24th, 1977. Here we go. Oh, shit, I can't read the first. Oh, right. There's a word, but I'm not sure what it is. It's I was off school all this week because it is half term. Tomorrow, my dad might be taking us out.
Yeah,
Quite a
once again, going for the tomorrow material.
yeah. Quite a tame start there.
Right.
The writing looks a bit shaky in that year, but there you go. That's 1977. 1978. Today, Auntie Valerie came and left her kids to play with Lucy, while I went with my dad to an estate in Peterlee to try and sell things.
I'm sure this is housing estate, not country estate.
I think it says. I'm sure. I went with my dad to an estate in Peterlee to try and.
I think anybody who's been to Peterlee would know that's the scale of that challenge, I think.
It does say that, doesn't it? I mean, oh shit, some stuff's fallen out. Oh, so National Railway Museum tickets have just fallen out. Oh.
Disappointing.
I'll try and find where they go, but if you could just confirm what that says, and make sure your eyes don't stray to the year 1978. It does say that, doesn't it?
I went with my dad to an estate in Peterlee to try and sell things. And I think it's probably telling that no record of success or otherwise is...
I don't know. I obviously don't remember the event. But there you go. I just... It makes me think of Only Fools and Horses for...
Get the case, Rodney.
Right, okay. Onwards we go to 1979. Today I watched Star Trek. I went to the shop for Betty and I got 10p. Today at 5:45, ITV came back on after their long dispute.
Obviously some...
that is a great year.
Yeah, industrial action at ITV, which I've got to say I don't remember. But my question from that is, who is Betty?
I think Betty lived out the back. She was, I'll say an old lady. She might not have been that old. She might have seemed old. At
Probably 34.
No, I think she was somebody's grandmother.
Right.
She was quite skinny. But I mean, she's given me 10p, you know.
Not to be sneezed at.
Yeah, I mean, what did my dad give me for caps? 7p, was it?
Yeah.
So, I'll have got a 10p mix-up, I bet. A 10p mix-up was, in those days.
Just for going to the shop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, there you go.
Reasonable.
Right. 1980. Oh, God. I phoned Millman. I phoned Millman up at 10:35. Her mum said it was beastly late to be phoning.
Was her mother from the Victorian era?
You're gonna have to look at that to just confirm. I'm sure that says it was beastly late.
10:35. It's after the cut-off.
1980.
Yep. That is absolutely, definitely beastly.
There you go. So it was beastly late to be phoning. Maz went out and was out till past 12:30. We had prize giving and missed an afternoon's lessons. In open brackets, tasty. Close brackets. Rutter is sleeping at my house today.
Fantastic.
Hey!
I get a mention. I probably told you to make the phone call.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've always been more of a egger on than a executor of these things myself.
Go on.
It's not beastly late. Get on the phone.
That's disgraceful, ringing, women up at that time. It was all your fault.
Yeah, I sensed my hand in the 10:35 phone call.
Yeah. I'm overcome with this, with this day. I don't think I can take much more. I hope 1981 was a quiet year.
Yeah, 1981 will be tomorrow. I will play football.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Oh, God, here we go. It's lots of small writing for 1981. I have started a new character called Hulken Strongly.
I think this is probably a Dungeons and Dragons reference.
Yeah.
I like the name a lot.
I think that's what it says. Hulken Strongly. Seeing I slept at Rutter's last night.
Another mention 2 years in a row.
On the same day. It must have been something about that day. Seeing I slept at Rutter's last night, I started writing this in. We went downtown, did not meet either Henderson or Leach. We were
two long-standing friends of the Turbocast there.
We were super late.
We were beastly late.
Rutter printed Reedy all over a TV screen connected to a ZX81 in W.H. Smith. We came back and went to Ruts.
You must be running out of space.
Yeah, because that actually goes on to October 25th.
Jesus.
That's it. I mean, that is just, we could do another hour on October 24. Sensational.
So, I mean, where do you start with that lot? I think the basic programming on the ZX81 and W.H. Smith was a fad that surged through Britain for about 6 weeks in the early 80s. Yeah. I remember doing a lot of that. And interesting that Leach and Henderson get a mention, although where did the arrangements go wrong? Were we late or were they late?
No, it says we were super late. Did not meet either Henderson or Leach, so
I think through the medium of the Turbocast now, I offered apologies to both of them for that.
Yeah,
breakdown in communication.
We didn't all have mobile phones in those days, so
no,
it's going to happen.
I don't think we had watches.
Yeah, but I mean, you've got everything in there. You've got Star Trek, Millman, Auntie Valerie.
Beastly late.
Yeah, Auntie Valerie's been quite poorly recently, but she's on the mend now, so that's good news.
Glad to hear it.
Anderson, Leach, ZX81s.
It's all
Rutter.
Twice.
Oh, dear me. Sensational. Peter Lee.
Door-to-door selling on a housing estate.
Yeah, I'm tempted to start looking at 25th, so I'm going to have to close the book.
Dr. Brownale closed the diary until the next episode.
Fantastic.
So I would like to say to Leach, if he can remember exactly what we were supposed to do on October the 24th, 1981, please send us an email and let us know. Absolutely fantastic, as usual. So we're going to have a look through the Turbo Sack now and read listener mail. So first letter is from long-time fan of Dr. Brownale's music, Mel from Canada. She says, "Hi guys, love the show. What I'd really like to know is, what would be your ultimate Halloween costume?" Dr. Brownale. I think we define ultimate as money, not really an object, but obviously you can't make yourself 50 feet tall. So,
yeah, it's got to be within the realms of possibility.
Yeah, assume you've got a moderately good Hollywood costume and special effects department at your disposal.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question. Sorry, what do they call the lady?
Mel. She's written in before from Canada. So
Hi, Mel. Thanks for the question. The first thing that comes to mind is to have some sort of skewer through my body, through my insides, like maybe he's going from my back and coming out the front.
All right.
Obviously taking medical advice, not just like ramming it through so I die. Sort of having it sort of fed through so it avoids all the giblets and what have you.
What, like some sort of Indian holy man does with hooks and...
Yeah, I know people do it obviously through the cheeks and what have you, and noses and ears and that. But, people... When you see these people in car accidents, and they have, like, telephone posts go through the whole bodies and they're just taken out. Or people get javelins that go through go in through the eye and come out their arse and they're fine because it missed the artery or something. One little sort of stainless steel skewer... poking in through a hole in the back. I'd probably have to work on the sort of theme to...
Yeah, but maybe you've got a team of doctors who can do an MRI and feed it through a path.
Yeah, a safe path.
Yeah.
Because, when they cut you open to take your appendix out, they're slicing into you. A nice stainless steel rod, and people can have a pull on it. I don't know what...
I've got to say, I didn't anticipate you were going to say that. I thought you were going to be like Thor out of Marvel Comics. I didn't know your fondest wish to be impaled on a metal spike.
Yeah, I don't know. You just want to gross people out, wouldn't you? Probably, I don't know. Most things have been done, so
yeah. My initial thought was I would like a really good Judge Dredd costume. With like a personalised badge with my name on it and the full outfit and the motorbike.
Yeah, I think
that would be... that's very, very difficult to do and make it look authentic and very expensive. So I think that would be my ultimate.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome.
That would be... that's very, very difficult to do and make it look authentic and very expensive. So I think that would be my ultimate.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome.
Halloween costume would be a mega city judge.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe sort of some false sort of skin with full of maggots or something.
Yeah?
Maggots, yeah.
Live maggots or little animatronic maggots.
Oh, no, live maggots. Well, they use them anyway, maggots, something to keep wounds and that clean, so there's nothing wrong with maggots. But I wouldn't want to eat.
I don't know if there's nothing wrong with maggots.
Yeah, I don't want to eat any, especially the big yellow ones. With the
worms, fine, but
worms,
maggots, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, bring on the worms. I don't know. I'm actually supposed to be going to a Halloween party, and my special friend who I'll be going with, she doesn't want to get dressed up.
Why?
I don't know, because it's a lot of hassle. It's shown, I don't know. We have to decide whether because one of us can't sort of wear some stuff.
No, obviously not. Then you've got costume imbalance.
Yeah. But, this is sort of making me think, giving me, ideas about what I'd like to... I probably couldn't try the skewer thing without taking
medical
advice.
Supervision.
I suppose you could do your ears and just through like a fold of skin. You could go as like a human pin cushion. You could have pins all over your body, just through the surface of the skin.
Like the pinhead from Hellraiser.
Yeah, they're more like nails, though, aren't they?
Which would also be a great Halloween costume.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe something like. How about like a Doctor Who monster, one of the classics?
Cyberman would be good.
Cyberman would be good, yeah. Or
a little Dalek that you drive.
Yeah. I don't know, you wouldn't be able to have much fun really if you're sat in a little box.
Well, you could get like a wheelchair and just be Stavros.
Yeah. Yeah. New Stavros or old... It's not Stavros, it's Davros. Doofus.
I've got to say, I haven't seen new Davros. I haven't seen any of the new Doctor Who's.
I think the old one was sort of cooler and a bit scarier and creepier. Yeah, a bit of... I suppose everyone's house isn't going to have, proper, Davros cart access, is it?
No.
Yeah, I'd there's lots of things I'd like to try. I had quite a good outfit a few years back. it was this big like devil's sort of head with like a Nosferatu look going on around the teeth, fang area.
Right.
And obviously, I'm quite a sort of quite tall, big chap, and I had a big cape on, and I said this big rubber. It was like a pretty evil looking thing, and we were walking about the streets, and I think one or two people genuinely shat themselves, which was pretty cool. I did like that,
Yeah.
So I mean, something
Awesome.
really,
Like a full Hellboy costume.
yeah, really sort of hideously sort of scary. Yeah. Talking about scary, I watched a film last night. I'm not really into the whole horror thing because I suppose it's got to scare you, and they're generally not scary in the slightest. But is it Drag Me Back to Hell or something? Have you seen
I
it?
can't say I
Sam Raimi, who did.
Yeah, I'm aware of Mr. Remy's work.
Yeah,
I've
and
also
I-
Drag Me Back to Hell.
I think that's what they call it. And I'd heard, good things about it. And I thought, Sam Raimi, I'd seen everything else in the video shop when I got that, and it was a pile of shite. Garbage, so,
I thought this was going to be leading up to. Actually, it was really quite good, but it was a pile of shite.
Yeah, it sort of could have been good, I think. It had the, reasonable sort of idea there, but it just, got silly,
Oh, well.
So, if you don't watch it, it's crap. It's crap. But that's what I just thought of the devils and demons and what have you.
So
yeah.
So there's your answer, Mel. I'd like to be...
That's, what they call that film with that Tom Cruise did when he was
Interview with the Vampire.
an elf or something.
Tom Cruise being an elf.
Yeah.
Interview with the Vampire.
No. He was a woodland nymphy sort of...
Again, I think this is one of your dreams.
No, Brian Ferry did the music for it, and he had the devil with the big horns.
Legend.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Tom Cruise wasn't in that.
He was.
Was he? Fuck.
He fucking was.
What?
He was a woodland sort of nymphy type thing.
Well, keep talking, because I'm going to do a live IMDb on this.
You go for it, Simon.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's in that film there's the devil, I think,
Yeah.
or is he just a demon, perhaps?
Tim Curry plays the devil.
Yeah, he's the devil, isn't he? But his outfit's pretty special.
Yeah.
And I just thought if somebody could do me up like that, that would that would probably suffice. Here we go, folks. The moment of truth. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, is that it?
1970. Tom Cruise will have been about.
Yeah, he was. He was a young whippersnapper, little sort of woodland creature with pointy ears and what have you.
Right.
Yeah. Is that official? Official climb down?
No.
No? No?
I think.
Just get close to your microphone so the people can hear you sort of backtracking.
Well, this film that's been identified as legend stars the giants of the screen: Stanley Coles, Patrick Cullen, Lou Burgoyne, and Jack Messenger. So this obviously isn't it.
Ah, come on.
So I think my weak IMDb searching skills
that's
have already been exposed once on Turbocast.
Well, why didn't you didn't you have Tom Cruise up earlier? Oh,
Right.
let's do it properly.
Right, Dr. Brownale's
Here
now
we go.
demonstrating his Google Foo skills.
Right. It's probably not that great for the listeners, this, but it needs to be done. So
Absolutely,
if you
this must be settled.
just bear with us, please.
I remember, I can tell you exactly when I saw Legend,
Yeah.
because I was when I'd just finished my O-levels, and I saw it in Leicester Square in London. So it would have been 1983.
1985, he played Jack.
Well, my God.
Yeah, there we go, top of the list.
Well,
I'll rest my case.
As well you should. I concede that point completely. Tom Cruise was in Legend. I can't... All right, was it you wanted to be Tim Curry as the devil?
Yeah, that was, yeah. So,
Fantastic.
I hope that answers your question, Gwen.
Mel.
So
to summarise, I would like to be a mega city judge, complete with Lawmaster motorcycle, and Dr. Brownale would like to be the Tim Curry devil from Legend, starring Tom Cruise. So the final letter. Have we got time for it? Do you want to do it?
We haven't. We're still a couple of minutes away from the hour. In fact.
Okay, we're going to do the letter. If you listen to Turbocast 4, we had a very, very long discussion about whether somebody could have their hands cut off while they're asleep. And during that discussion, Dr. Brownale related his experiences of being operated on his wrist and being probed anally for a hemorrhoid condition. Following that, we've had a letter. Dear lads, I was delighted to hear the piles material on the last show. Can you talk about piles more? It makes me feel like less of a freak. Hearing you two hunky guys talk about piles really rocks my grapes. Cheers, Ferdinand Deirdre. Well, thank you for that, Ferdinand. It's not really the intent of the Turbocast to arouse, but if we can...
sometimes you just can't help it.
Who does it hurt? So, I mean, I've had the bastards a couple of times. Never anything too dramatic, but...
Yeah, I think I'm in the same camp there. Always happy to talk about piles,
Well, you take it away. Let's end the show with your piles material.
Well, I've obviously covered most of my personal experience of the blighters. One thing I did think about that I didn't get a chance to mention last time was if hypothetical situation, if you met a young lady and you were maybe starting out on a loving and a stable relationship with her, and you're having an intimate moment, and perhaps you wanted to have some less conventional sex up the bottom, and you flipped her over, and you presented with a slack handful of farmers, and it just. I mean, what do you do? What's the protocol? Do you poke them in, and then ram them home? Do you sort of push them to one side and sort of dive in, or do you just
Well, I
sink the pink?
You're sinking the brown, really.
Well, yeah, I know that's what you're going
Oh,
for,
okay,
but you're going for that, and she hasn't said anything, and you get there, and you got something extra,
right? Well, I don't think it would get to that stage because having had pals, and where I
I thought you were going to. I wonder what you were going to say. That having somebody ready to go at them.
No, and not having a predisposition toward receiving sodomy, but if I do, and I did have piles, I think the next words out of my mouth would be "get the fuck out."
Yeah.
If you said, "I'm going up the wrong in love,"
Yeah.
and she had piles, I think you'd know at that point.
Yeah.
She's not going to
Yeah.
offer it up when she knows there's...
Yeah. Yeah, I just, wish we had some sort of somebody available that could, had maybe personal experience of this.
Somebody who's either had piles or been sodomised.
Well, yes. No, somebody who could, answer it, who's actually been in that position where, within the framework of a loving, special relationship, they just, happen to, come across that eventuality.
Yeah.
What did they do?
What's the protocol?
Yeah, well, shove them in, ram them home.
No.
Push them, hold them to one side, use them as a sort of,
A brace.
yeah, something to hold on to.
Well, I think a bit of dedicated Googling would probably find the answers in places you don't want to go. But
yeah.
if anybody listening has any first-hand experience, as ever, we'd be absolutely delighted to hear about it on turbocast@live.co.uk. And I'll add my traditional plea to dig the Turbocast. And will some bastard please leave us a review on iTunes? There is free Turbocast merchandise in it for you.
Yeah, I'll send you Dr. Brownale signed CD as well.
I mean, what do we have to do?
Because I'm sick of him going on about it, so, he's really upset. Please do it. Keith, you know.
Anybody? Leach? I mean, you got to mention.
Yeah.
We've said sorry for being late on the 24th of October 1981. Yeah.
Mel.
Hendo.
Yeah. Roy Kelly.
Anybody, leave us a review, for Christ's sake. So that's it for another Turbocast, another fantastic show in the can. As usual, Dr. Brownale is going to play us out with an original composition, and this one is called Hey God, I Believe. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah. It's about a lady friend from way back. Oh, it's not.
Right.
It's not. Just a habit there, you know.
Yeah. Young lady, we parted. Things didn't really.
Yeah. No, I was driven to write the song by a woman, obviously, but no, it's not actually about a woman. It's just, you know, it's just about God and, you know, being in the bath, you know, just life and that sort of stuff.
Life came from water and returned to it in the bath.
Yes.
Fantastic.
That's pretty much it.
Take it away, Dr. Brownale. See you later, ladies and gentlemen.
Goodbye. Hey God, am I any good? Do you want me to play in your band? Hey God, am I any good? Do you want me to play in your band? Well, I practiced and I practiced forever and a day, and all the kids from round the red said, please just go away. And they told me that I had to do the things that they all said. So I got some midget gems and went and hid under my bed. Hey God, am I any good? Do you want me to play in your band? Hey God, am I any good? Do you want me to play in your band? Well, I hope you see my problem, 'cause I'm pretty much alone. I've got one cup in the cupboard and no numbers on my phone. I need to get a gig quite soon, it might affect my mind. My hand is like an action man, they say I could go blind. Go blind. Go blind. Hey, well, thank you for your answer, God, it came as quite a shock. In the bath with Bob and Cat and wearing just one sock. Don't quite know where I will go or what I'm gonna do, but if you change your mind, I think you'll find my instruments for you.
I'm sorry, my son, but you have failed to pass the audition.